Democrats treat Trump like a terrorist. Now they've taken away his freedom of movement.
The president's got to sit there. He can't say a word.
I think they bought $1 million soccer field for the people in Gitmo.
This weaponized Department of Justice, it will never recover.
Move over, Trail of Tears. Donald Trump's hush money porn star case is the worst thing America's ever done. They are treating President Trump worse than a terrorist. He's stuck in court. Meanwhile, Bin Laden's out there all day surfing in the ocean. He can't yell, he can't nap, he can't sneeze, he can't even play Sudoku on his phone.
Can't look at a phone?
You cannot make someone sit still for that long. It is impossible. See? It's inhumane.
Trump's in a torture chamber while Biden's prosecutor puts on a show trial. The guy needs exercise, he needs sunlight, and he needs activity. So he has to sit there all week for 6 weeks. And if he says anything, they'll throw him in jail. That's crazy.
They are torturing this man. Trump needs sunlight, fresh air, regular walks, his heartworm medication. He's gonna get the zoomies.
TV10 Podcast, episode 0492.
That's right. 492 episodes down, and we've got 8 more left until 500.
Oh, boy.
I know.
Oh, boy.
And somebody I know says, adorable. But
yeah.
Hey, it's a huge thing for us because it proves that we are giving the people what they want.
Sure. Yeah.
You doubt this?
Let's continue to tell ourselves that.
Okay.
Yep,
it's a good lie.
That'll be fine, yeah.
It's a good lie.
This week's episode brought to you by Ogden's Own Distillery, specifically the Porter's Fire, specifically, even more specifically, the Huckleberry lemonade whiskey thingy in a can.
Exactly.
That's what I have.
Yep. Which means the way you described it is indicative that the genius juice has kicked in a gear.
And you got something different.
Yeah, I stopped by Boostique the other day, and excuse me, I got their spiritless drinks, so the non-alcoholic brands. Mm-hmm. So this is from Spiritless. This is their whiskey sour.
Oh,
and
how is it?
It's exactly like it advertises, and not too bad.
Okay,
good, refreshing on a. It is spring, right?
Maybe.
Okay,
I don't know anymore.
I stopped wondering at this point.
I can't tell anymore. And got some. Well, first of all, you said you met some people out in the wild.
Oh, yes,
some friends of the program.
Yes, I was stopping by the office.
Oh, okay,
and I ran into Ted Hansen.
Oh, what?
I know. We haven't seen or heard from him in a while.
What's Ted doing? What was he doing at the office?
They were just he was with one of his friends whose name is escaping me at the moment. But yeah, they were just taking care of some brunch at Broovies.
Okay.
And they were debating about going to see Boy Kills World, which is what I ended up seeing.
And
are we at the movie portion of our program?
Well, we could be, yeah. The reviews have been mixed.
It is exactly how it is advertised. There's a bit of a twist at the end.
Okay.
There is something enjoyable about Bill Skarsgård and H. John Benjamin's voice. Now, we've always discussed that this is how a live archer would work in real life.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Not enough H. John Benjamin.
Huh.
So, but it's mostly just action, and it's not often you get to see some knuckle dusters.
Dusters, all right.
Knuckle dusters with a gun attached to it. So when he punches, kaboom.
Nice. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
It's all sorts of unhinged, and I would definitely say if you feel like you're thinking things too soberly, go to the office while it's still there.
So it's probably the place to see that movie.
Yes.
Okay.
That is my highest recommendation. It is Broovies worthy.
With alcohol and fried food.
Damn right. I mean, why should anybody debate if they need to see that? I don't know.
All right. Cool. Some new stuff coming our way this week.
Okay, what do we got?
Tomorrow, Tuesday, The Veil. It's a new Hulu series. It's one of those FX on Hulu, but you can't see it on FX, so I'm just going to call it a Hulu series.
Right, like it should be.
It's very misleading. Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale and
Yes.
Mad Men, and she's usually playing woman under duress. That is her go-to. That is her.
That is her wheelhouse, as it
But
were.
she's breaking out of that a little bit. She's playing a British spy for the MI6.
Oh.
And she's tracking down, she's trying to stop a big incident from happening. And she's traipsing across France and Britain and Istanbul. And it's very postcardy.
I was going to say, this feels somewhat John Le Carre.
A little bit, it kind of feels like that, yeah.
Okay.
Even though this is nothing to do with John Le Carre whatsoever, it's got a little bit of that feel to it. Josh Charles is also in this.
Okay.
And two of 6 episodes streamed on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I don't know if you've ever checked this show out on Apple TV Plus, Acapulco.
We talked about it.
It's
and
very, very fun little show.
Yeah, and it's mostly... There is reading involved here.
It's bilingual. A lot of going back and forth between Spanish and English, but you can do it.
Yeah.
And it's a story, this middle-aged man played by Eugenio Derbez. He's a successful businessman this day, but he's telling his nephew the story of how he worked at this resort in 1985.
Okay.
So the story goes back and forth between the present day in 1985 and how his younger version is, chasing this girl, of course.
Like you do.
And it's got an 80s rific soundtrack and very fun little show. I didn't expect it to be back for another season, but that's on Wednesday. Thursday, welcome to Wrexham, season 3.
Yay!
More soccer in your face. I'm sorry, football.
Football
Yeah.
is how you pronounce it there.
Yes.
And again, you've been kind of on the verge of fandom?
Yeah. Well, we do have an NHL team coming to Salt Lake.
Yeah.
So, I'm a very, very casual hockey fan. If it's on, I'll watch it.
And we're even casualer soccer fans?
Yes.
Excuse me, football fans.
I would be more likely to go see an NHL game than an MSL game. MLS, whatever.
Yeah. So I would.
See, I don't even know the acronym.
It's all. Well, actually, I wonder, did I get that right?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Mine would be Major Soccer League, which sounds dumb.
Yeah, because who wants MS in their life?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, also on Thursday, Hacks Season 3. Finally, it's been almost 2 years since Season 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We thought it was going to be over and it tied everything up nice and neatly, but now...
No, yeah, Deborah and Hannah kind of split up. Jean Smart's character encouraged her to just go along her way because, she thinks she can do better.
Than her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
she actually became a human.
Yeah. But now Deborah Vance's career, she's now out of Las Vegas purgatory, and she's got a huge stand-up special, and she's blowing up all over the place.
Let me guess, it's a Netflix special.
Well, keeping with the brand, it would be a Max special.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
Well, I don't feel too bad then.
Yeah, so that's finally back on Max on Thursday. Also on Thursday, new Prime Video movie, Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
Good old Annie Hathaway.
You have me at Anne Hathaway. Keep
Yeah,
going.
so this story is so fucking dumb, though. It's called The Idea of You. She's a 40-something single mom chaperoning her teen daughter at Coachella.
What?
Do teens go to Coachella?
There's a lot of problems already with this premise, but keep going.
What kind of drugs do the teens get into at Coachella?
You're asking me, a near 50-year-old. I don't know.
So anyway, she's taking her teen daughter to Coachella, and she happens to have a meet cute with the lead singer of a boy band who's 24. Who one of the headliners of Coachella. This is another thing. I didn't know boy bands played Coachella.
Yeah, actually,
That's a thing.
I did hear this recently. I guess New Kids on the Block.
Well, that doesn't count. They're a legacy band now.
Yeah. Well, but they were at once upon a time a boy band.
They were, yeah, but they no longer are.
still qualifies. And you could argue BTS is a boy band, even though it's K-pop.
They've done Coachella.
I don't know. I
don't
think
know.
so.
Coachella goers, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if I'm completely off base here.
Because we're just two old cis white dudes, well, white-ish dudes that have no idea what is hip anymore.
Yeah.
And we refuse to acknowledge it. You need to help us.
Yeah, so that's so basically they have a May-December romance, and it's not going to go well.
Like it ever does.
Yeah. Also on Thursday, Jeff Daniels has a new series. This is A Man in Full, based on the Tom Wolfe novel from 1998. Oh. This is an adaptation by David E. Kelly. So you've got Tom Wolfe and David E. Kelly, so you know it's going to be talky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought Aaron Sorkin would have been a better fit for Tom Wolfe.
I don't know. But Jeff Daniels stars as a real estate tycoon who's falling on hard times.
Like you do.
Yeah, in Texas. And he and the wife, Diane Lane, are having some troubles.
Oh.
Yeah, Lucy Liu is also in this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good from what I've seen so far.
So basically this could be just a scripted version of the Trump life minus the oranginess.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, again, real estate tycoons.
Also on Friday, based on a true story, this is Jerry Seinfeld's directorial debut.
I was hearing a little bit about this.
Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story.
Yeah.
And this is the story of the race to create the first toaster pastry back in the 60s. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, do you have a favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
Mostly for me, it's always been the strawberry. That is the go-to right
Mine's
there.
the blueberry.
Yeah.
And not necessarily frosted. I don't care if it's frosted or not.
What?
Yeah.
Why? You need to have it frosted.
Oh, for the extra vitamins?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jerry's all in this. Also, Melissa McCarthy, Hugh Grant, James Marsden, Max Greenfield, Thomas Lennon, Rachel Harris, Fred Armisen, Amy Schumer, Jim Gaffigan, Bill Burr, Sarah Cooper, Jack McBrayer.
Good God.
And that's not the complete cast list.
Now, apparently the whole reason we have this show, and I was listening to this on the radio today, I guess Jerry Seinfeld came up with it during COVID, and he was bored out of his skull, so he got together with one of his writers from Seinfeld, the one that did the Soup Nazi episode.
Yeah.
And they collaborated this, and they said, let's put it into existence.
Yeah, that would be Spike Feresten.
That's it. That's the name.
Yeah, he had his own Fox late night show for a minute.
Oh, really?
Late Night with Spike or something. It went up against Saturday Night Live. Not a smart choice.
Okay, once again, the answer is TV 10 Podcast. So Fox or any other networks for the low price of $500,000 per person.
There you go.
We will tell you, hey, maybe don't put it up against Saturday Night Live. Yeah, it's not really that great every once in a while.
The only thing that ever worked against Saturday Night Live was Mad TV, and even that didn't quite put a dent in Saturday Night Live.
Well, I would disagree. I would say In Living Color really did the biggest damage. However, they were smart enough not to play on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what next Saturday is?
I don't know.
May the 4th.
Oh, that's right.
May the 4th be with you. So, of course, we're getting a new Star Wars series on Disney+.
Yay.
Star Wars Tales of the Empire. This is an animated series.
Okay.
And it tells the story of two youngins who are getting in with the Empire for different reasons. They're becoming Empire soldiers.
Yeah, this is I think this was created by Dave Filoni, who is now the heir to the Lucas fortune.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is kind of bringing some characters that are already in canon as it relates to, like, not just Bad Batch, but Ahsoka and The Mandalorian.
Okay.
So this is going to tie things up nicely.
Tie the room together?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to work out.
Oh, man, and they canceled NCIS Hawaii.
Oh no!
after just 3 seasons.
Darn.
Yeah.
I
Meanwhile, the other one, the other one's been on for like fucking 30 seasons or whatever. I don't know.
right. This is where I channel my inner Loki and go, yes, how very sad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are saying, many people are saying, it was because the show was headlined by a brownish woman, Vanessa Lachey,
Of course, they would say that.
and or also could be that CBS really has too many shows. They literally have too many shows to put in really anything new on. So if your show is not getting those blockbuster ratings, it's like, you can go away.
Here's the thing: it's not that they have too many shows; they have too many shows for a specific demographic, which is older people. And having one more NCIS is going to make your grandma and grandpa go, that's a little too stimulating.
But they also canceled CSI Vegas.
Wow.
After 2 seasons, I guess.
Okay.
I don't. Did you ever check this show out? I checked it out of curiosity, and I watched the first couple of episodes. And William, what's his name, Gibson, the original guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's William Gibson. I can't remember. But let me go to IMDb. Keep riffing here.
William Gibson. Either that. William Gibson is either that guy or the guy who wrote Neuromancer. I'm getting my author and my actor confused here.
Wow.
And but yeah, he pretty much just showed up, did the bare minimum, looked like he couldn't wait to be done. He was just running out the clock.
Yeah.
And then he quit like halfway through the first season of the CSI Vegas comeback. And the show, we don't need CSI.
William Peterson is who you're thinking
Peterson.
of. Okay. And for everybody that's going, well, that's the guy that was in the movie version of Manhunter.
True, yeah.
The Michael Mann version of it, which was excellent, by the way.
Yeah, and then he was on the original CSI. But yeah, he looked like he just couldn't wait to get the fuck out of that show.
I don't blame him. And I'm trying to figure out now what is left at this point. So CSI Miami?
Nope.
Okay, that's gone.
No, there are no CSIs anymore.
Okay, so it's done.
It is all the CSIs. You can watch them all on Pluto TV like 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want.
I know some people will.
CSI New York, CSI Original Flavor, CSI Miami.
Hang on. CSI Cyber.
Oh fuck, the worst one.
What about CSI Immortality?
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
with Ted Danson and Georgia Fox.
What? I don't know that one at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
From and again,
what year was that?
This apparently started in 2015. So, and it's I guess this is the description from IMDb. An explosion inside a casino brings Catherine Willows back to Las Vegas to investigate, and when the crime is tied to Lady Heather, Gil Grissom is back as well to aid the investigation. So I guess this is like a, like a made-for-TV movie.
Okay.
Or it could, they have it listed here as CSI The Finale. So I don't know. Yeah, we didn't pay that much attention because, we're not that old.
Yeah.
So plus we're just kind of true crime and crime proceduraled out. For the most part.
Yeah, we don't. Except, what's the one I watch? There's The Equalizer.
Yeah.
I watched The Equalizer, which has been renewed for a 5th season.
Yay!
So there's some good news there.
Yeah.
So I can get more of my dumb Queen Latifah ass-kicking action.
Hey, all hail the Queen. All hail the Queen, everybody. That's all I could say.
And also, I haven't gotten to it yet, but the new season of Velma dropped on Max. I still got to get through Clone High.
Okay.
And now I have another cartoon on Max I got to get to.
Yeah.
I got too many cartoons on Max to get to.
There's too many cartoons.
Yeah.
So, is it worth me to kind of binge through Velma and then to Velma 2, or
maybe?
All right.
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay.
It's a little saucy.
And or is it spicy? Is that my sister?
It's a little
would say?
spicy, a little saucy.
Okay. All right. I think I might get into this.
But, it's got a little bit of a Velma Hart's Daphne fan fiction happening, subplot going on.
Okay.
A little bit there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
And I'm all for it. And who's voicing Fred?
I think it's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about, but let me see if I can look it up here. Velma.
Dennis from It's Always Sunny is voicing Fred.
Oh, here it is. Glenn Howerton.
Glenn Howerton. Shaggy is voiced by, I believe, Ron Funches.
That sounds about right. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now.
Velma is voiced by Mindy Kaling.
From The Office.
And Daphne is voiced by Constance Wu.
And let's see. Sophie Donna. I'm not seeing Shaggy here, so I don't know why. There's a Fortune
Feimster's in there.
Feimster. Thank you. I always have trouble pronouncing her
But there's
last
no
name.
Scooby-Doo.
Which is fine. We don't need a Scooby. We just don't need that dog ruining things. I can't find it here. Doesn't say who Shaggy is at all.
I'm pretty damn sure it's Ron Funches.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just not seeing it anywhere at all, which is weird because according to this, Jason Mantzoukas is Scrappy. No Scooby. To be
Oh, well.
found. All right.
Oh, well.
I might have to investigate this. We got a mystery on our hands, Scoob. Zoinks.
And look up the last episode of this show.
The last episode of Velma 2?
No, the last episode of TV 10. I want to make sure we didn't already talk about this because it's been a couple weeks now.
All right. Yeah.
I want to make sure that we didn't cover this ground before.
Now, if everybody's wondering or ever thought to wonder, hey, what happened to you guys last week? I had the wrestle business.
I had wrestle business.
Which I'll have to talk about in a second here.
Because I want to mention these two movies that I saw over our extended break here.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we didn't, and I'm looking at it and I say, I don't see it. I don't see that we've already talked about it. One of them being Late Night with the Devil. Which is a mind fucker.
We did talk about that a little bit.
Really?
So, yeah.
I don't see it here.
Yeah, I don't see it in here either. But no, I know we did talk about that. Or at least we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. But yeah,
man,
we had that conversation.
Damn. Well, I want to reiterate that you should watch Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah, it's going to be on Shudder soon?
It is on Shudder now.
Oh, okay.
Also, the other movie I saw, I'm pretty sure we did not talk about this. Immaculate.
Oh, yeah.
Sydney Sweeney is a nun.
Yeah.
Whew, boy.
Okay.
It's a little slow. She's basically, she becomes part of a nunnery. Mm-hmm. And then she gets pregnant despite being a virgin. Mm-hmm. And looks like might be a devil baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the first 2/3 of the movie is kind of slow. It's got some creepy shit happens here and there. Mm-hmm. Then the final third of the movie is just like action, terror. Uh-huh. Oh my God. It's intense.
Okay. And this is just confirming what I have always known. Nuns are inherently evil.
Yeah.
They breed evil. It's just science.
So conservatives were outraged by Immaculate, even though they'd never seen it.
Of course not.
Because why? I don't know.
I heard from my friend Melba during communion that this show
is blasphemous.
And she has boobs? I mean...
Boy, does she have boobs.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, intense movie. Mm. And both of those movies are fucking intense. Late Night the Devil, in particular.
So, what I'm hearing from you is I should swallow my nun hatred and watch Immaculate.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If only just to stick it to the snowflakes. So, yeah. I will do that. Excuse me.
And the movie you saw most recently was Boy Kills World. Mm-hmm. Anything else? While we're on an impromptu movie corner.
I think we talked about it last week or not. I can't remember, but I didn't get into details about it. I watched Argyle, and
You know, it bombed in theaters, but it's actually doing pretty well on Apple TV Plus.
Well, and I was reading about this as well. I guess they're going to try to tie it in somehow with the Kingsman universe because
what?
it has that style.
Okay.
I don't know how they're going to do that, but all right, show me what you got.
Sure, let's do that. That'll work.
I will say Henry Cavill is probably the best thing out of, well, next to John Cena, of course.
Of course.
That was the best part of Argyle, but the rest of it, spoiler alert, everybody, it's just a more hyper visual long kiss goodnight.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
And I can hear it right now. You're spoiling it for us. No, that trust me. If I was
No one remembers A Long Kiss Goodnight.
right, and then that leads me to other movies I saw. I saw Rebel Moon: The Scargiver.
Oh, is it as bad as they say?
I also saw.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't even tell you the plot.
So it sounds about right.
Yeah, and I have this. I've talked about it before, but I'm going to state this for the record. If Star Wars were homework, this would be it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ew.
And more importantly, I don't know what the end game is, but I hope Netflix got their money's worth and they drop him summarily.
I don't think they will.
I know they won't.
I think they're going to stay in the Snyder business.
That's my fear. Yes. And because the man cannot edit worth a fucking damn.
Yeah, how long? It's at least 2 hours, right?
It felt longer. Which segues nicely to I saw Dune Part 2.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Because guess what?
What?
Unlike Rebel Moon, the plot chugged along and made sense. So I would take Dune Part 2 over Rebel Moon any day of the
I'm
week.
going to have to get around to seeing Rebel Moon then Part 2. I saw Part 1, so I'm going to have to check out Part 2 and see where it stands.
Yeah, well, good for you, and God bless you, via con Dios, and all that jazz.
Oh, yeah. So I think it's right about that time.
All right. I will talk. Damn.
Gonna make it through? Gonna be okay?
It's a stupid cough I've had for a while, ever since I got sick, and I just, after a while, I have to do this.
That's
Sucks.
because you got that jab. You got that COVID jab. Now it's finally coming back to kill you.
Really? This is... Are we trying to do Alex Jones's job? We're not being paid the same as Alex Jones.
1 million people are dead.
Yeah.
Millions of people drop dead from the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
They're all dead. Buy my vitamins. It'll cure you right up.
Okay, now I'm ready to talk. Hit my music.
It's sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team.
From the Sports Desk of the TV10 podcast, we deliver to you only the sport of professional wrestling. And as we talked about here, last week we were off the air because I had to do the AEW Dynasty coverage over on for SlamWrestling.net because, I write for them.
Yeah.
I only have an MBA.
Yeah.
So
how was it?
I will say this. It was 4 hours long.
Oof. Okay.
Exactly. The latter 2 hours, phenomenal. But the rest, it was just too much. And somewhere the Booker monkeys are just not trimming the fat for what should be pay-per-view worthy shows.
Do they have enough wrestlers to cover 4 hours?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
That's half the problem. Because the wrestlers are just not getting enough time on TV to shine. So when it comes to the pay-per-view, it's kind of like, But God bless them for trying here.
Okay.
The best matchup was Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson. Everyone was on their feet for this. This was a classic match, but here's what happened. Near the end, so Bryan Danielson and Ospreay are each in their respective corners, and they're getting ready to hit their big finishers. Ospreay's is called the Hidden Blade. It's kind of like a a forearm to the front or back.
Okay.
The head, and then Danielson's is called the Busaiku knee. It's just basically a knee strike. Mm-hmm. They go after it, and Ospreay was quicker on the draw, knocked him down. Then he hit what's called the Stormdriver 91. It's like a
Wow.
it's a power bomb variation where instead of the recipient just getting the worst on his back, it puts more pressure on the neck and shoulders. Which the problem is Danielson has a history of concussions.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So when he hit the move, he started shaking and everything.
Uh-oh.
And the ref's trying to signal for medical to take a look at this. But Ospreay, in his enthusiasm, hit Hidden Blade a second time to the back of his head and then covered it. But it looked pretty scary.
Damn.
Yeah, it looked scary. Like as soon as Ospreay turned around, he was like, "Oh, mate, what did I do?"
Oh, no.
Yeah, but apparently, it turned out it was actually a work, but it was one of those things where it's like, well, here's the thing, because during the media scrum, Ospreay was just all, he was very dour, and it's like, look, I want to apologize to Con, to the medical staff, and to Danielson. I didn't mean to do all that, mate. I really didn't. I was just in the moment, bruv. But I've decided to retire Stormdriver 91 because it was just it's too dangerous, mate. It's too dangerous. And then there's Tony.
What does the 91 signify?
He said it on a podcast once. It's basically his... well, there's two reasons. It's like a variation of the Tigerdriver 91 that Tiger Mask would use.
All right.
But again, it's that variation that was so stiff it could cause real damage.
Okay.
But it's also Ospreay's birth year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was funny because Khan said, "Oh, it's okay. You did a great job. He's good. Don't worry about it." Which kind of indicated something else was going on. So
did Timeless Tony Storm make an appearance?
Yes, she did.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Here's the thing about the whole black and white gimmick. If you're watching AEW with a bit of herbal enhanced,
yes,
it makes total sense.
Of course it does.
If you're watching it straight, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, if you're coming in as a Laps fan and you're watching it for the first time, it's going to be like a little bit of it's a jarring effect. It's like, what? But she makes it work, and God, Tony Storm does Unhinged just beautifully.
Very well, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can read this full review at slamwrestling.net, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a while now, so definitely click on that. I love the clicks. Yes, this is how we newspaper people are doing it.
Get them clicks.
Get them clicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about that pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's not doing very good money-wise. I guess it was like their lowest pay-per-view as far as money. I think it earned like $401,000 or so.
That's not great.
Which leads me to this other part, because on Dynamite, they were broadcasting from Jacksonville, and apparently there was a report that they were hiring seat fillers.
Oh.
In the Daily Place, which is, half the size of the Jacksonville Jaguars stadium, but they had to do that. So just to kind of put a face on this, what's the Delta Center has like this smaller venue in like a theater type, you know what I'm talking
Well, you cut it off of the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you cut it almost in half for smaller shows.
Right. That's pretty much what they were doing here.
Okay.
And on that same show, Jungle Boy Jack Perry made his return after 8 months. Oof. And he hugged Tony Khan. Then he slugged him in the stomach.
Okay.
And then the EVPs, the Young Bucks, helped him up and then gave him a spike pile driver. So after that, Tony Khan has been wearing like a neck brace.
Of course he
like
has.
a soft neck brace. And it was very interesting because during ESPN, because it's draft day for the NFL,
Yeah.
he was still wearing it. And which leads us to one of the fun parts, and we were talking about this in the green room. I guess Tony Khan was, let's see, here it is, sure. Okay, so it says here in slamwrestling.net, the senior president of football and analytics for his father's Jacksonville Jaguars, Khan was a guest on the NFL draft kickoff show with Pat McAfee and those guys. This is the best part. Besides wearing a neck brace, Khan showed no signs of an injury as he nodded his head and moved his neck throughout the discussion.
Commit, dude.
This is why you got to have one of those stiff ones there, so that way you can sell it if you're not going to sell it properly.
Oh, yeah.
And it was even...
Not cool.
Yeah. He even... and of course, Khan was selling it, saying it was one of the deadliest moves in pro wrestling, and it's been banned in a lot of states, namely Tennessee. And it scared me, and it scared my family. And that his dad, Shahid, was very angry at the people who assaulted his son. And this is the coup de grace here. So Khan talked about, he insists that AEW is the most successful sports startup since the AFL. The American Football League back in the day was competing against the National Football League.
Right.
Yeah. So this is
And that was successful?
I guess. Because again, consider they pretty much got co-opted by NFL. And,
All right.
Anyway, but here's what Khan said. He said, quote, "We are the Pepsi of pro wrestling, and we are up against a really evil juggernaut. WWE is our competitor. That is who we are facing. AEW like the Pepsi of pro wrestling, and let's see, AEW like the Pepsi of pro wrestling, and WWE is like the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling."
Okay, so we're comparing soft drinks to Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Okay.
It makes sense. And, of course, everybody is going, whoa, that's a bit much. Especially since Harvey Weinstein's conviction's been overturned at the moment on appeal.
So which wrestling promotion is the Dr. Pepper of wrestling?
I would say probably TNA at the moment.
Okay.
Which is good. Dr. Pepper is awesome.
Nothing wrong with Dr. Pepper.
There is never anything wrong with that.
And who would be the Louis C.K. of wrestling?
Well, let's see. Nowadays?
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to venture into that.
You're not gonna.
I don't want to make it a jerk off reaction at this point.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, because I'm classy like that.
You want to keep that slam wrestling job, huh?
Damn right. But finally, this, and I think we didn't have a chance to talk about it last time, but it seems to segue nicely at this point.
Okay.
Vince McMahon's legal team has responded to Janelle Grant's attorney's move to strike McMahon's preliminary statement. Grant's team is insisting McMahon use the statement, quote, as a platform to launch vicious falsehoods attacking Janelle's moral character in a transparent attempt to harass and intimidate her into submission, and therefore the court should strike his statement and admonish McMahon and his counsel that such statements have no place in civil litigation. But basically,
They're going to put a gag order on him.
yeah, and look how well that works every time.
My constitutional rights are being...
Yeah, exactly. And Jessica Rosenberg, McMahon's attorney, has responded to today's events by stating to Slam Wrestling, plaintiff had no right to bring this case in a public court, but did so anyway, now that she chose this public forum to falsely accuse Mr. McMahon. She wants to silence his ability to respond. She can't have it both ways.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
So, poor booby. So, but yes, we will have this and much more to cover because it's sports.
It's sports. Tommy Milongo. Go team. Okay.
Yeah. So when you here's what I would say: if you get tired of all the Trump coverage, watch McMahon. That'll be much more entertaining. And then you'll go, oh, he sounds the same as Trump. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. So, my favorite Law and Order, that would be Law and Order Organized Crime.
Oh, okay.
The one with Stabler, Chris Maloney, has kind of been canceled, but not really.
What?
It's next season, which I believe will be season 4, maybe.
Okay.
Will be exclusive to Peacock.
So it's going to flock to the cock.
Going to have to flock to the cock to watch Organized Crime.
Okay. Why are they taking it off of the network?
I don't know. I think it's the ratings are kind of soft, but I don't know how they're going to improve if you put it on Peacock.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Well, here's the thing, because we talk about there are great shows like Poker Face, Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah.
Just to name a few. Mm-hmm. Is that going to translate to something better?
I don't know. They could do some swearing. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, it's the kind of way it worked out when they took Evil off CBS and put it on Paramount Plus. They got a little saltier in the language.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is. Oh, and watching Stabler really get unhinged with his language.
Stabler just cracking a motherfucker once in a while. I'll watch that.
I'm all for this.
Yeah.
This is good.
This is a good development, I think.
Yes.
All right, we're going to tell the people what they should be watching a little bit harder. Ooh. I'm going to lead right away with both of these are on Apple TV Plus. Loot and Palm Royale. Mm-hmm. We're coming up on the finale of Palm Royale.
Okay.
The Kristen Wiig series, and also Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett is in this, but she's just recovering from a stroke. So she's doing a whole lot of.
She's doing that.
She's acting. It's hilarious.
She's acting her heart out.
It is fucking hilarious.
All right.
And Loot with Maya Rudolph is fucking hysterical. Ron Funches is landed the role of a lifetime, I think.
Ooh, okay.
This is a good one for Ron. Get the best of Ron Funches.
On a scale of 1 to Harley Quinn, where he's King Shark,
he gets more time. On Loot.
All right.
Yeah.
I like this already.
We don't get enough King Shark on Harley Quinn, but
this is true.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, when does that come about?
I don't know. I would guess later this year. Maybe
it should be sooner.
It should be much sooner. Yeah. Also, the current season of Chucky is ridiculous. Oh, God. So ridiculous.
But again, we're here for it because who doesn't like an evil doll?
They pretty much killed everybody in the White House at this point. I think this week is the finale, and I don't know how this is going to end.
I do.
Do you?
I do. And again, I'm not going to give the whole farm away. Mm-hmm. So for the executive producers at USA, if you want to continue on with this, here's the germ of the idea. Put Chucky in with the Supreme Court. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you are going to get right now.
That'll be next season.
Yes. Okay. We will get you the rest of the stories typed up for the low price of $750,000 per person.
There's always a price.
Hey, if you want quality shit, we are the ones to talk to. You write for City Weekly.
You got to pay for quality.
Yeah, I write for Slam Wrestling. We do boffo business.
And how much how much money do we really make doing that?
Again, $750 per person. We ask so little.
True, yes. And also, I'm going to recommend, if you have not yet, I don't think there are many people who have not delved into this yet. Fallout.
Oh yeah.
If you've been holding off, get to it.
What's stopping you at this point?
I don't know. It has been picked up for a second season.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
Yeah, and just hearing Walton Goggin.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, just avoid the whole fanboying of,
fuck
it
them.
doesn't develop. Well, fuck off. So,
yeah. They can go fuck off.
Yeah. Just play the game afterwards. You'll be fine. It's still there. But yeah, what else have you got to watch harder?
Well, also my guilty pleasure, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Still have not found any alien activity.
Why?
But they do have a very slick merch store.
Okay,
you can get your Skinwalker Ranch merch.
Now, here's the thing, because we are coming up on 500 episodes.
Think we should do it from Skinwalker Ranch?
I'm just saying. I mean, what's the cost for us to be out there?
I don't know.
Should we investigate this?
Yeah, sure.
Should I look into this?
Or maybe we could just be outside the fence.
Yeah. Oh, where exactly is it?
You went to Basin.
Okay. That means we have to do some camping.
Yeah, a camping podcast.
That could work.
Yeah.
But again, it feels like work.
It means beyond being outside, and it sounds like work.
Yeah. Unless we're stocked up with our sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's put that through. Let's put that through our team. Let's see what if they can hash that out.
All right. And what do you got? What do you think people should be watching harder?
Oh, okay. Well, since my life is just all about pro wrestling, I would just say, watch AEW a little bit harder. It's good. It's fun. Especially Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision when they're not co-opted by the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, have they put Mercedes Moné into play? I've been watching all of them, but I haven't seen much of her. Did she appear on that pay-per-view?
She did appear afterwards, and
Okay.
she's now gunning for Willow Nightingale and her TBS title.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be rough.
It'll be interesting to see how the payoff comes from the CEO. We'll just have to wait and see on that.
Yeah.
As far as any other shows, I mean, now Shogun is over with, so I think I might have to go into Acapulco because reading is fundamental.
Yeah. Brush up on your Spanish.
Yeah. So my, what is it? Babblefish could help me out with some of the words. And
Sure.
Yeah. But as far as anything else to really pay attention to right now, for me, I mean, most of my shows are pretty much gone, like Tokyo Vice and Shogun. I think there's something else coming up. There was one that really got me the other day. Manhunt. And again, it's finished up, but it's on Apple TV Plus. So that's a good show to really watch.
The assassination of Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. And the capture of John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It was, and of course, there was a lot of politicizing there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course there was.
Yeah, all about states' rights and all that. I mean, that would be nutty if that played out today.
Oh, we turn it back to the States. People are very happy with not being able to get an abortion.
Mm-hmm. And I would say, I guess that's...
That could be good enough.
Yeah, that's all I got.
We can leave it at that. We want to thank our sponsor, Ogden's Own Distillery, specifically Porter's Fire, specifically the Huckleberry, whatever the hell it is.
The Porter's Huckleberry Lemonade in a can.
Yeah.
It is a great summery drink.
Yes, it is.
For right now.
Yeah. We're all somewhere in the 60s, I think.
Uh-huh. And, of course, I'm enjoying the Spiritless Whiskey Sour, which is available courtesy of Booze-Teak. So that is a great place to go. Mm-hmm. Or if you just want to get some glassware or some stuff to mix a real cocktail, that's also great there for that purpose as well.
Yeah. But what about our other sponsors?
Well, that's funny you ask there, Mr. Frost. We are also big fans of Sugar House Distillery. We also like Outlaw Distillery. And, of course, we like Bohemian Brewery. We like beer. Beer is good.
Yeah.
And they are what fuels the genius of the TV10 podcast. Ask for them by name. And we might have a chance to even sample some of our stuff, some of our sponsors on this other podcast. Should we talk about that now?
Oh, let's wait till we do it.
Oh, okay.
We have not recorded on this other podcast yet. We've been it's been in the works for several weeks now.
Our people have been talking to their people and vice versa. And
and eventually Joe Rogan consented to have us on.
Yes, but he did say we had to buy some of his supplements. I don't know if I'm okay with that. I just do we have to concede to that?
I think if we want to do the show, yeah.
Can we add something else into the writer, like any and or all of our sponsors?
Yeah. We need all of them there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So make it happen. Make it. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have no rock and roll business to promote. We just finished up a weekend playing with a band called Tyrannus from Orange County, California.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, Rockers.
They bring the
They bring the fucking RAWK rock.
wow.
And that was Magda Vega's 100th show.
Really?
It only took us 10 years to get to 100 shows.
Just like it's only taken us about 10 years to get to 500.
Yeah.
It's-
Magda Vega and this podcast started to right around the same time.
See?
Yeah.
It all comes together, man.
Yeah.
As for me, I'm probably going to be out in the wild, not just doing other people's podcasts, even though ours is the best. I'm going to see some wrestling shows. So there's a few
In person?
Yep. So there's a few places you'll want to check out. Because we're approaching Cinco de Mayo. There's going to be a little lucha.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a little lucha themed show called the Lucha Project out in Ogden, over by the Lab. I guess it's like the equivalent of Quarters.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a great place to check out there.
Did not know they had a version of Quarters up there.
I didn't realize either until
Okay.
now. So
All right.
I'll check it out.
An arcade bar.
Yes. Ain't that novel?
Yeah.
Also, Devotion Championship Wrestling. That's where our friend King Goots does his work there too. He may or may not be there because of his Montucky work, but the wrestlers will be there for May the 4th be with you.
Oh.
So that's May 4th.
Where's that?
That will be, last time I checked, it's going to be at the Light Tree Studios.
Okay.
So about 17th South, 700 West around there.
All right.
So
Cool. All right.
yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I would say definitely check that out if this is your first time seeing a pro wrestling show.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun for the family.
I might have to go to this.
You should.
Because it's been a minute. The last live wrestling show I saw of a local promotion was probably UCW. And that's been a minute.
Yeah, they've, I don't know what happened with them. I've
It
heard,
just kind of went away.
which happens with local promotions
Yeah.
after time. So
All right, cool. On that note, I think we can get out of here. Reach out to us on Facebook and Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky and even Twitter if you want to. All TV Tan Podcast. Do that. And on that note, good night, America.
And before we go, Ted Hansen, you can reach out to us again. It's okay, as well as anybody else. But yes, can you jiggle that handle? Oh, okay. Hang on. I better get that cabinet down here. Flush.
There's only me and my TV
Trump was this close to exercising for the first time. Not anymore. He can't sing. He can't dance an Irish jig. He can't play his beloved ukulele. He can't yodel.
That unprecedented gag order preventing Donald Trump from even defending himself in public. He's not allowed, or they're going to put him in jail. What happened to freedom of speech?
For the love of God, lift the gag order. The American people deserve to hear what Donald Trump thinks about this case. If Trump can't speak his thoughts, what's he supposed to do? Keep it all inside? He doesn't have any room in there. This jury is not impartial. I've been following all the jurors home every night this week to watch them sleep. I promise you, they are nuts. He can't gargle, he can't break dance, he can't build IKEA furniture, for God's sake. This is vindictive. It is evil. A former president should never be treated this way. Until Joe Biden is out of office, and he should get the electric chair.